Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you a look at the resources that I use to teach my little kiddos geography. Geography in the Lake House Homeschool is one of our favourite subjects. We all learning about geography, and geography simply is learning all about the world around us. And I'm going to show you the resources that I use. When I say my little kids, I mean like kind of almost preschool and into the kindergarten and pre-primary grades in school. So I would start at age 3, and we would do these books for when they're 3, 4 and 5 years old. Now my older children do enjoy still looking at these books, but I mainly have these books in my collection for when they are super young, so 3, 4 and 5 years old. And these are just some Usborne books that I have. We love Usborne books here in our house. They are very affordable. They are targeted at different ages. They are beautifully illustrated and we love them. And so these are the 3 books that I use to teach geography to my little kiddos. And I will show them to you. First off, I would start with this book here, which is my very first Our World book. And Usborne is great. As I said, they do target for age groups. So obviously being my very first, this is for younger children, and the pages are actually board book pages. So this is perfect for my 3-year-olds to already be looking at, because it's a very sturdy and hardy book. Now, how we use these books, we just pop them at our shelf and we read them just during story time. So we'll have story time before bed, and we also have looking at book time throughout our day. And so they can get this book down and look at it themselves, or I will read it to them during story time. Super easy, that's how we use it. So let me give you a look inside this book. I like it because they're just super easy. So this is just about night and day in different parts of the world. It goes into seasons, just describes it really simply, which is great. And then it moves into different kind of regions within our world. So we have the desert, rainforests, the frozen poles. And as you can see, it just has little chunks of information. Mountains, running rivers, the coast. I think this page is our favorite. It is beautiful. Under the sea, another favorite of ours. Under the ground, looking at weather, volcanoes, earthquakes, and this is great, living in our world. So kind of looks at all of the resources that we have and where they come from, and then a little bit about how we can actually take care of our worlds. So first of all, I would start with this, and I would read it over and over and over again with my children. And then when they get a little bit older, we would move on to this next book. Now this one is called My First Book About Our Worlds. And this one actually has paper pages in this one. Remember, this very first one had the board book pages, and now we're moving into proper pages, but they are like a plasticky, really great quality pages, not easily ripped. So here's a look at the contents page. Same kind of thing, just a little bit more information. So looking about where in the world that you live, the kind of different things that our world is made of, looking at weather and rain, the seasons, route of a river. Okay, let me just do a flip through. at the end, it just has this little quiz that you can do with your children. Super cute. And then at the end, it has a glossary and an index, which is really great for them starting to teach our children about books and their functions, how to use them, index, glossary, front cover, back cover, the spine, all those kind of things. So that's a great book. So we'd start with our very first Our World. When they got a bit older, we would move into using this book. And then after that, I then would start introducing them to the picture atlas. And all of my kids love this atlas, but this is also great to use with younger children too. It is a lift the flap atlas, which kids love, and it's also a board book as well. So the flaps are cardboard and the pages are board, so not easily ripped, which is great. So it has information about what an atlas actually is. You can look at the compass here. You can talk about keys on maps, and then looking at different parts of the world. And then it just goes through each of the continents. And then this one actually came with a world map as well. That's tucked in the back there. So that is awesome. So let me show you, just explain to you how I would use this book. So this is my beloved Australia. So we would just read one page at a time, and we might take a couple of sessions to pore over that page or get it done in one session. It really depends how much time we have and how interested the children are. So basically I will just say, hey, this is Australia, this is where we live. You know, do you remember where we are? And they would point down here, and then we would just go through the information, and then they of course get to lift the little flaps, and I just read the bits of information through there, and we'll just make our way through the whole page, learning about that country. The flaps, I think, keep the kids really, really engaged, but I'm going to start using this with Cruz, who's about to turn 5, and my daughter, she's 6 now. I did the same with her using this book, and she really loved it. So this is a great transition into looking at the different continents around the world and how to use an atlas. So basically, I just read these books with my children and look at the books with them. We don't necessarily do any activities or writing or anything like that with the stories. We're just learning to love reading, learning to love learning, and doing it together at this early stage. Thank you so much for watching my video today. If you have any questions about how to teach geography to little children, just leave a comment down below. I'd love to start a conversation with you. Thank you so much for watching my video today, and I will see you next time. Bye.